Justin Fields has done nothing but develop in Pittsburgh. And it's a credit to him. It's a credit to Mike Tomlin. It's a credit to Arthur Smith, their offensive coordinator. Basically, the game sealing drive. The knock on or the narrative about Fields is, well, he doesn't see the field well and he doesn't throw over the middle of the field. I'm not sitting here telling everybody this guy's, Peyton Manning and everything's perfect. But just watch this. So they motion over to 3-by-1. Okay, you motion, you start 2-by-2, you motion to 3-by-1. Right now, you're starting as a quarterback saying, okay, is there 2 safeties? Is there 1 safety? Okay, so you're thinking right now, shell defense, 2-high defense. And then as you motion, you sit there and go, okay, dummy cadence. Now you think you're going to get a single high defense. So look at Justin, get to that second play. This is 2 plays in the huddle type of thing. You send the motion back to get into your 2-by-2 formation, and you're going to get a single high safety pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Safety go to the middle of the field, and you got deep third, deep third, deep third. 4 verticals. Love it. Now, so often as a quarterback, when you get this type of safety rotation, you're taught take him where he wants to go. Meaning if that safety's going to the middle of the field, bring your eyes there, and then fantastic by Pickens to widen here, and then you create a vacated space to rip the seam. Right when he passes that underneath defender, rip that seam. Arm strength matters. Okay? So look at Justin's eyes. Catch. See how it holds that safety just for a moment. Take that safety where he wants to go. Bring him. 1, 2, 3. Then snap your eyes and then throw an absolute missile to Pickens. Okay? Quarterback ownership of the line of scrimmage. See the coverage, see the defense, play on time. Now let's go to the one that ends the game. We line up in 3-by-1. Motion over. Okay? Ball gets snapped. And you've got a really high-low concept down here. They're playing quarters defense. Deep quarter, deep quarter, deep quarter. It looks like really cover 6, so this is a cover 2 corner flat area, half field safety here. You have a quarter of the field and quarter of the field. Now he's got vision. Justin's trying to high-low this underneath defender. Okay, high meaning we put some type of in-breaker behind and a short route underneath. And you would really work these guys as number 1 off of this defender. He's back. You take it here. He's up. You'd like to rip this. And if you get off of this because that safety drives or he gets here too quickly, you would replace to number 3 essentially. Watch Fields. 1, 2, 3. Hitch. Rip the ball. 1, 2, 3. Hitch. Rip the ball. Arm strength matters. That defender stays low. Rip the ball. Now, I guarantee there's going to people be like, well, the ball should be out now. That's fair. That's fair. I know this. Arm strength matters. Watch it from this angle again. Look at his eyes. See his eyes? See his eyes? This is a different player. Hold that guy for just a moment. Just a moment. 1, 2, 3. Hitch. Rip. He's developed. He's been given the opportunity to develop, and he has.
So, within the last season, Justin Fields has gotten way better at reading the defense. And just like in these video clips, Dan Orlovsky breaks it down. Justin Fields is seeing the field very well, and he's throwing over the middle, in which the Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks haven't done for a while now. So, it's great to see Justin Fields developing in the Pittsburgh Steelers and Arthur Smith offensive system. Once again, this breakdown was done by Dan Orlovsky, a former NFL player at the quarterback position. Go follow him on X. Dan Orlovsky is his handle. He does a great job breaking down NFL teams, players, and just offensive systems in general. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. Now, let's get right back into the video. So, one of the things that are the main difference between Justin Fields in Chicago versus Justin Fields with the Pittsburgh Steelers is the way that he's seeing the field. And he was asked the question, basically saying that you've done a lot of growing over the last year and a half. Where do you feel like you've grown the most or shown the most growth? And this answer basically sums up everything we've seen from Justin Fields in this game alone. He said, and I quote, just overall seeing the field. I feel like I'm just very calm out there, cool, calm, and collected on the field, and really just that sense of peace out there on the field and not really rushing things and turning in my brain. I'm staying calm in the pocket, just making plays when I can and just doing my job. End quote. So that says it all. Justin Fields is seeing the field way better, and not just by his words, but because of his actions he's actually doing on the field. The way he's able to hold defenders, the way he's able to use his eyes to lead the defenders in the wrong way, and then look back at the last second, make a tough throw because he is a talented quarterback with his arm, accuracy, arm strength, everything like that. He's able to look back at the last second, pull the trigger, and able to complete the pass, and is able to actually go for a long play or a completion because he is a talented player. In the past with the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields wasn't really doing that. It seemed like he was trying to get the pocket at any given situation, and he was just always trying to use his legs, make a throw on the run, and things like that. But this year with the Steelers, it seems like the only time he's using his legs is when he actually has to use it, or when the play call is a designed run for him. Other than that, he's trying to stay in the pocket as much as possible and make the reads, make the right reads, and throw it down the field, and specifically in the middle of the field. Over the first 2 weeks, he was using the middle field quite a bit, but in this past game against the Chargers, basically all of his throws came along the middle of the field. So Justin Fields is really developing into a nice quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you look at this game alone, he completed 25 of 32 passes for 245 yards, a touchdown. Could have probably been 2 touchdowns, but it was 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He did make a couple bad throws. That 1 interception was a pop-up where Bud Dupree just intercepted it. It really bounced around for a while, but Justin Fields had a nice day besides that. Besides the interception, he was able to make all the right reads, and it seems like his completion percentages has been really good over the first 3 games. Even though he wasn't putting up too much yards in the games against the Denver Broncos and the first game of the season as well, you look at his completion percentage and he's making a high clip of throws. He was 13 of 20 in the Broncos game, and then when you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers first game against the Atlanta Falcons, even though Justin Fields didn't really do too well in terms of passing yards, he was still able to put up a completion percentage of 17 of 23 for 156 yards. So even though the yards aren't popping out for the first 2 games, his completion percentage was there, meaning he's able to see the field well and actually be accurate with his throws. So it's about time he was about to break out for a big game throwing, and then this game, 245 yards and a couple big plays over the middle of the field. So Justin Fields is really developing nicely here. Also to note, I'm saying that Justin Fields wasn't using his legs as much on purpose to try to escape the pocket, but that doesn't mean that he wasn't able to use his legs the first 2 games, because this is where the most rushing attempts he's had at the quarterback on average in any of his seasons, if we're just counting the first 2 games for the Steelers. So it's not like he wasn't using his legs, it wasn't that he was trying to use his legs or escaping out the pocket for no reason. It was just designed runs, things like that, and doing it necessarily because the offensive line was breaking down. He wasn't just escaping for no reason, is what I'm trying to say. But when you came into this game versus the Chargers, you would think it would be a running game for the Steelers, because the Chargers really like running the football. The Pittsburgh Steelers really like running the football. You would have thought it would have been a running game, but it seems like the Steelers ran the ball less than expected, because Justin Fields only had 6 carries for like 30 plus yards, and you would have expected maybe it would have been more. Najee Harris didn't really do too well in terms of the first half. Second half, the Steelers, especially the fourth quarter, the Steelers started running the ball better. So it was more of a passing game, it felt like, for the Steelers in terms of getting things done. They weren't getting things done on the ground. They had to switch it and actually throw the ball. So in the other games, Justin Fields, you could say the Pittsburgh Steelers won based off their defense. They won this game because the defense played well the first 2 games. But in this game, they won because of Justin Fields. And that's a big difference than in what we've seen in the last few years. They actually won because of their quarterback play and not because they just was a game manager. It was actually Justin Fields that helped win this game alongside the defense. And the great thing to take away from this is the Steelers are only going to get better in terms of their offense development and Justin Fields' development and just putting up points. This is still only his third game in the Pittsburgh Steelers system. I'm sure as we get into week 7, week 8, down the road in the season, he's going to be even more comfortable in the system, build that even more rapport with the wide receivers, tight ends, his playmakers. They're going to be even more on the same page. Arthur Smith is going to open the offense even more, and the Steelers will look even better. So Justin Fields looks great to start the season. He's obviously won the starting job, it feels like, even if Russell Wilson is healthy. So that's kudos to him. He says he did not want to send the bench this whole season, and he went out there and proved it week after week thus far. So it's only going to get better from here, I believe, and Justin Fields is the Steelers' franchise quarterback, as of right now, it seems though. With that being said, that's the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below on this film breakdown done by Dan Orlovsky and me. How do you feel about the highlights that you've seen, the analysis that you've seen? Do you feel as though Justin Fields is the future of this franchise? Also, like I said, make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications for everything Pittsburgh Steelers news and updates. I've covered all this offseason, this regular season thus far, and I'll continue do so as we continue on through the season. So like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all later. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.